What's up, ladies and gents? Welcome to the stream. I'm your host, Sinistrino1. I've got something special and a little different for you guys today, as you can clearly see. I've tried to put a little thought into this. You know, I don't usually do comparisons, but I wanted to show you the huge differences, at least that I think that there are in the PC version as well as the Xbox Series X version. So hopefully everything is going to run smooth. I am streaming this all on one computer. So I'm obviously playing the Xbox Series X version, which you can see here. I've got all sound off for both versions because obviously music is a huge copyright issue when it comes to Madden. So yeah, so this is the EA Play trial. I only have a few hours left, so we got to make this as quick as possible so we can actually get into it and I can show you the differences between both games. And really the biggest difference that you're going to see is the momentum in the game itself, as the momentum is only in the next gen edition, as well as some brand new kind of the look of the game. You're going to easily be able to see that the graphics wise, the Xbox Series X version is going to be superior. It's running the next gen version with next gen stats. So there's a lot of things in that make that the reason why. But with that being said, we're going to go into exhibition, both into exhibition. And one of the coolest things is my team just did their the matchup yesterday, the Cleveland Browns against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Cleveland Browns won. So hooray, go Browns. So why don't we go ahead and do replication of the game. I'm going to play these both at the same time, so you're going to see exactly what goes on. We'll kind of do, I guess, play-by-play, where I'll play one play on the Xbox and one play on the PC version. So let's go ahead and jump in, hit these both at the same time. Going to both play for the Brownies. Hopefully there won't be any lag or anything like that. I just wanted to try these both at the same time, and we'll see how it goes. As you can see, loading-wise, Xbox is already faster.
Where the rookies of today hope to become the stars of tomorrow.
Audio is only going to be from the Series X version.
Next on Madden Football.
You can see the different ones. I'll switch back and forth sometimes, but probably not. I think I'll just keep it Xbox Series X.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and we finally made it, partner, through the winter, through the spring, now into the summer, and football finally back.
And during that time off, we all cherish our vacation time. But admit it, you're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
All right, so you notice that the PC version goes first, meaning the Xbox version has a longer intro cinematic. So let's go ahead and get this kickoff going. We're just going to do a kickoff middle on both, I guess.
Josh Lambo set to go, and we are underway here in Jacksonville.
So you're going to have to hold on just a second as...
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
Good. All right.
And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will
horrible
be a touchback. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, fourth-year man from Oklahoma.
And while we can quibble a little bit about statistics, to me, Baker Mayfield's coming off his best season yet.
All right, so one thing I want to try out here, like I said, we're going to do one play at a time. So first one we're going to do is the PC. At this point, I can go ahead and switch over to PC audio so you guys can hear.
Amazing numbers.
Right.
Over 10,000 yards passing
Wrong
in his
one.
3 seasons as a starter. Cut way down on his turnovers and led the Browns to a play.
This is comedy gold right here. Okay, I've got the right. This is the
90 to
PC.
17 touchdown interception ratio. And he
Looks like
even
we're starting
ran
on
for 18
defense first on
scores.
PC.
Not to mention, won a national championship as a freshman and made the college football playoffs his other 2 seasons.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence.
And just so you guys know, both of these are on All Pro.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lawrence.
Ooh, stayed up.
And able to...
All right, so there's 2 plays on there. Now we'll switch over to
Victory
Xbox,
for the
and we're on
first time
offense.
since 1994. This young man continues to mature as both a passer and a leader.
Chubb with a carry on 1st down. It's not going to yield much, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Well, to me, there is no question about the...
Break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So for Trevor
I know the
Lawrence,
screens are small, but it's the only way to show
hype,
both
the
screens
buzz,
at the
whatever
same
you wanna
time,
call
so
it,
it's
just
pretty much what we
surrounds
have to
this
do.
guy. One of the most highly regarded draft picks of the last decade or 2.
Ooh, interception.
Adds into a crowd and
Oh my God,
intercepted.
dude,
Picked off by the rookie
JOK,
Trevor
man.
Lawrence.
I am so pleased and happy
And the
with his
return
performance
here
yesterday.
on the 31-yard line. And for the first time, here comes the Cleveland Browns offense. Quarterbacked by Baker Mayfield, 4th-year man from Oklahoma.
Is it okay if I give him a few props right here? Do you mind?
I think he's earned it. Go ahead.
Okay, how about a guy who was a 2-time walk-on, who later became a 2-time Big 12 Player of the Year, has the most touchdown passes in Big 12 history with 129, a Heisman Trophy into his credit, and took his team to the college football playoff semifinal twice while at Oklahoma.
And down inside the 15, shy
Let's see if
of
we
the
get this
10.
touchdown.
That good for 19 and a 1st down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that.
I'm a little
it'll be a long
confused
night
and
defensively.
weird
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there,
as
and
to
you can see that
essentially
they're playing
why
off of
the
each
PC
other
version
while
is
controlling
considered the
defensive front
previous gen
linebackers.
version.
You're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Buying time to his left. All that gets him is just a yard, and now
All right,
it's
3rd down and
3rd
5.
down.
Come on, we got to do
not
this.
much there that time, and I think we were both wondering once he got out of the box whether he just throw the ball away and he winds up only picking up a yard or 2.
Mayfield looks to throw.
Oh,
But that's good.
OJ just dropped that.
They certainly had good
You have got to
starting
be
field
kidding me.
position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays.
That
You
is
have to
very
admit that that's a disappointing
unfamiliaristic.
end to excellent field position.
OBJ.
That drive started,
Save
they
it.
had 6 points that they were thinking
All right, so we got a field goal on
He's
our
kick
first
is good.
possession.
And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. In the end.
Very well. All right, now let's switch over to Xbox Series X.
there, and I think he was a little fortunate that the penalty
3rd and
flag didn't
9.
come out for grounding, but he'll get away with it and get another shot on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And this is dropped.
He dropped it again.
A chance for a big play early that he could not secure.
Game really doesn't like OBJ, does it?
Down. Here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. That's pulled in at the 32. A 39-yard punt, a return of 5. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10.
For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
For so long, the Jacksonville Jaguars have been seeking their franchise quarterback, and they believe they've got their guy now. How about this? 38-2 in his collegiate career, won a national championship his freshman season, and the only losses he ever suffered during the college football playoffs. Had to have a little bit of surgery in the offseason, but this is a guy who's locked in on football, has everything you're looking for in a quarterback.
Malik Jackson there to make the stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know they're securing the point of attack.
So I'm going to see if I can actually do this. I don't think you can. For some reason, I think when you play exhibition, you can no longer... maybe it's in coaching depth chart. No. Maybe it's under options, settings, game options. Maybe it's under game controls. Nope. This is the Xbox edition, so you've got image quality and performance modes that you can choose. But from what I am seeing...
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to off is selected.
You cannot, in this scenario, you cannot choose which side you want to play as. You can obviously do Super Sim, where you can pick the aspects of the game that you play. You can jump forward, but unfortunately you cannot let the computer do like a demo, which is so very confusing, as you would think this would be a perfect demo for you to be able to do, but I don't see any option that allows you to choose to play as a demo.
Now Lawrence. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
He did an
Gonna
okay
go with the
job
blitz
of
here.
absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the
Gonna scare
football
him.
through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the
there we
contact.
go. Nice. All right.
Continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
All right, so now we're going to head back to PC again. No way to actually make it to where the computer can run the game,
drive,
which
Charles
I think
does
would be
yield
better.
points, maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around
So,
the
I mean,
25,
first look wise,
actually the
except for
26
presentation, I mean, I'm sure you
officially,
probably
so
really
net
don't see
gain
too much of a
there.
difference. But I assure you that if you're playing and watching,
time to
or
see
if you're
Jacksonville
playing the
get
game,
on
you're going to
offense for
notice
the
a huge
second time
difference
here in this game.
in
They
how
threw
the
an
players
interception the
move,
first time
how
they
they
had the
look.
football, only
The
gave up
PC
3
version
points
is
off of
quicker,
that, so
it's
shouldn't be a
faster,
difficult hold to
because it's
overcome.
using the
It really
old
shouldn't, as long as
gen.
you're not listening to the chatter
Look at
coming
this.
from
I
the
mean,
other side.
who drops a
Because when
ball
you
like
throw a
that?
pick, I know defensive backs,
It's using the old
they have a tendency
engine,
to
which
be
is a
little
lot
bit
faster than the newer
loud
engine.
after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
To throw again on second down. Lawrence, he completes it to Jones. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Now Lawrence.
He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert.
JOK is going to be a force to be reckoned with this year. I can already feel it.
Jaguar first. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And all the way down to the 41-yard line.
But normally you see 3 tight ends.
Seems like there's just always someone open.
This has got to be a run, and I know as a safety, when I saw that, I took an extra step or 2 towards the line of scrimmage. Instead, they threw the ball. And he found
The Madden game is really making Trevor Lawrence out to be pretty much probably one of the best, because I don't think every pass that he has thrown has been like perfect. It's just the computer decides to randomly drop it for whatever.
This is Shenault on the receiving end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. And they'll run it. This is James Robinson. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now you'll notice the model of, if you look right there, the head coach's model is definitely not as good on EC Edition.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. They'll run here with Robinson. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And the Jags are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down.
Obviously, on this difficulty, it's going to be rarely that the AI misses. Oh, how did
will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report.
All right, 7-3 on the PC version. So let's go back to Xbox.
Plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
He's going to look deep now for Landry. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Well, he's certainly trying to earn his way into some more looks in the offense once the regular season heats up. If he continues to make plays like that, I think QB1 will look his way a little more often once the regular season begins.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Forced out to his left. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 23 yards on the tuck and run.
Offensively, they like their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield.
You see how much better that model is right there than the PC version?
First down.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw.
That was not who I threw it to.
The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Just so you know, I threw that to Kareem Hunt, and it went to the other guy for whatever reason.
But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield.
Oh God, I should have led that pass. I should have led it.
Back the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Mayfield now.
No.
Big loss here as he's taken.
All right, so let me show you what happened there. So once I got too far out of the pocket, all of the button prompts, they disappeared. I no longer could, I guess, throw it.
That's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
You know, he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down.
Oh, that's an awful kick. Oh,
and that
nope.
is no good.
No good.
And this will remain a scoreless game.
All right, so you guys have seen them side by side here. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to turn it to showing the full game, so you guys can actually get a better look at the game. So we'll switch over to PC and we'll make it full screen, and then you guys can see the full screen of everything now. All right, so there we go. So now we got full screen up with PC.
He's getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Here comes Ryan Switzer to return it. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Switzer got a touchdown last night, and actually Switzer has been pretty good in this game so far, so I'm really impressed.
They got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Now it's the backup Keenum. Pass incomplete.
But they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40.
Also, Fulton did pretty well, too. Now, you'll notice that this is a preseason game, so our starters are no longer actually even starting. As you can see, Casey Keenum is now in, and all of our heavy guys are pretty much done. All of our starters are out.
On 1st down, Keenum. That's into the hands of Donovan Peoples-Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Here's Keenum to throw.
Wow, dude, look at how fast he came over. I was thinking I was going to be able to do a little bit of a scramble on the outside there, but he didn't really give me a chance for that at all.
When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
To try again after the sack. Keenum,
nice pass.
He's got this complete to Ryan Switzer.
Partner, he sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like you said, listen, if you're going to sell the go, just go. Let's see who's faster.
On third down, Felton, and he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was third.
All right, so we got first down.
It was an easy pickup because they
We're just inside the red zone.
It just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 7 yards on the
2-minute warning.
Take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play.
Remember, this is the PC version of the game.
2nd and 3, and they trail 7-3, but getting close to changing that. And this defense hoping to limit them to a field goal to preserve the lead.
He's got Njoku over the middle.
And the Browns are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. They'll run. Here's Janovich, the full.
Nice. Good job.
He's in. Touchdown, Browns. Andy Janovich, a 3-yard touchdown run. And once again, the Browns are back in front. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field, the fullbacks for the defense. They knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. And it's through, and that makes the lead.
All right, so successful touchdown. Not bad, not bad. So let's switch over to the... This is the Series X edition.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Connection made with Chenault.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now it's 2nd and 9. Lawrence will throw.
Nice. Way to put your hands up.
Incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do
Good
against
job,
those
Ward.
big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Lawrence.
Flush to his right, and he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well.
Oh.
That'll be a 43-yard.
It's amazing how they have Landry out back there. I've never really seen Landry be a returner.
With a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 13. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Eluding the pressure right. And
Now you'll notice that we're still in the first quarter, which is why our starters are still in.
It's 2nd down. Mayfield to throw it.
Wow.
To get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted.
Wow.
Picked up by Josh Jones.
And they'll take possession.
And we can't challenge? All because it's under a minute left? What?
In the red zone and in a great
Is that how it is, even in the real NFL? I thought it was only if it's under a minute left in the
to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon,
2-minute warning, like in the second quarter or fourth quarter.
A lot of field behind them. Get even more
It wasn't a good
aggressive,
pass by
right?
me
They feel like
anyways.
they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. It's
All right, they're going for it.
And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it.
Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. As they've got it, looking at a 4th down and 2.
They'll run for it. Hyde. And boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there.
Nice.
Carlos Hyde turned away on 4th down. And this Browns defense stands tall. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit.
Oh, my God.
And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward.
What a way to finish that, right? Oh, geez.
Scoreless first quarter.
All right, so there's something I want to try. So I've showed you guys both different editions here. Let me go back to... That was a big oof. All right, so what I want to try, actually, is... I want to be able to not play. I want to do a demo of both so we can see what the presentation looks like on both. We'll just do a play now, but we're not going to do it. Going to select our own. See, I love how you can play the different games that are going on. There we go. See, now for some reason I can choose this here. Now that I'm in my own, I can actually go in. So we're going to go, let's see. We're going to go Browns versus Bengals because that's what I'm a Browns fan. And of course, I hate the Bengals. So, but we're going to keep it in demo mode. So we can take a look at some of the presentation here. Game style simulations. Let's bring the quarters down to like 2-minute quarters, so it's a very quick. Clear 4:15. Everything looks good. Advance to game. Shouldn't be a very long game, and then we'll do the same thing for PC. Again, this is for Series X.
It's Madden NFL 22 on EA Sports, where division rivals will clash in the AFC North. It's the Bengals and the Browns, next on EA Sports.
We have a beautiful late summer afternoon for football here at First Energy Stadium in Cleveland. This was the scene a few minutes ago. The dog pound in full roar as their Browns emerge from their tunnel. And they're ready to go as they get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Joe Burrow of the Bengals, Baker Mayfield of the Browns.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but in the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. And I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
Oh, did you see that? That's what I call good old quality polished gameplay.
The Browns kicker Cody Parkey all set, and off we go from First Energy Stadium.
Brandon Wilson to return it. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Time to see this Bengals offense here as they get set for their first drive. And under center, of course, is the #1 pick in the 2020 draft, now in year number 2, Joe Burrow.
And what a rookie season he had indeed. A knee injury knocked him out in Week 11 at Washington. And while the Bengals only won 2 of his 10 starts, I think everyone around the league and anyone who watched the NFL came away impressed. 13 touchdowns, just 5 interceptions, nearly 270 yards a game passing, the 3rd most by a rookie in NFL history.
Now Burrow on first down. And incomplete to open things up. Jamar Chase, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it. It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. The former 2nd-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Let's go.
It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now Joe Mixon. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. First down, Cincinnati. No score after 1 on EA Sports. start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he'll take it down to the
I tell you what, though, man, at least for some reason, the
Nice
defense
run there,
cannot
9
stop
yards,
the run
and
at
it'll be
all,
second down.
which I don't think is going to happen this year for the Browns. The Browns have an amazing defensive line. Notice how they're not running on the outside. They're only running on the inside because we've got like 2 of the best defensive ends in football today with Clowney and Garrett.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Oh, come on.
Back incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
This comes out next Friday.
That football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route.
Look how no defenders were even near him.
Before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big time arm strength. Very nice route.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Tyler Boyd, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And they decided to go with the safety blitz there. And look, if that gets picked up, quarterback really has the advantage then because he'll have more time to throw the football and some wide open space. But when it doesn't, that's a guy who gets a free run into the backfield, and oftentimes the QB ends up on his backside as he did there.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now Burrow. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. T. Higgins there to make the grab. And the Bengals take it right down and score on the opening drive. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the 1st quarter before we spilled into the 2nd.
That just made no sense. The receiver didn't even turn around until the ball was right where he was.
Yeah, I believe they buzzed down.
That is so unrealistic.
With all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
It's so unrealistic.
Taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
Of course he was in bounds. You could easily tell. But you can also tell that this is a video game because that made no sense. If you actually watch him, he's not even paying any attention to anything until the moment he turns around, there's the ball. I know that's how it kind of is in the NFL, but not to that extent.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
Presentation-wise, dude, I mean, this looks absolutely amazing. I just wish they had some competition so that they could grow from all the mistakes that they make. It's so animation-based. There's no physics. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't feel like real football.
To kick this one away. JoJo Natson now on the return. And he returns this to the 22. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And his task in this situation is making sure that his team knows that there's a sense of urgency, yet somehow still stays calm. Because your natural impulse, your first possession is not until the second quarter, is you got to attack right away. Throw something big at them right away. Yeah, you got to move the ball, but maybe be a little bit careful in doing so.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Why, honestly, why would they wait until 10 seconds? That is not something that the NFL would do. That is horrific. They're not going to wait until 10 seconds left and then call a timeout and then do another play. No, if anything, they would have waited until about 3 seconds left before they would have done that. Oh my God, did Parkey just do what I think he did?
And this score will stay right where it is.
Did they? Even in the video game, Parkey cannot catch a break.
So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
OBJ's player rating is an 89 this year, and that's because he missed a lot of last year.
And they're denied a chance at 3 points.
What just happened makes no sense. Again, that is not what would have happened in the NFL.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete. So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a terrific first half for the second-year quarterback. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And it was a tricky half to figure out numbers-wise. They've got the lead, but you'd figure they're definitely talking about ways to get this passing game back on track. Meanwhile, for the Browns, they too have found passing lanes to be hard to come by so far. As you see by the numbers, they'll need to figure that out in the second half.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it.
Obviously, because there's only 2-minute quarters, it makes things much more difficult to actually get momentum going and to create a bunch of scores. But that's just the sake of showing you the entire game. This one right now is the Series X edition, and then we'll be doing the PC version right after this.
Going to see the football first, but they trail here as we resume play on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They run it again with Chubb. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Second down at 5. Mayfield looks to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Touchdown!
I have a feeling we're going to see that all year long, baby.
And the Browns have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third. But Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Cody Parkey is on now for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland.
I wonder why our coach looks nothing like our actual coach. They must have not been able to get the rights to his face. Now you see the momentum. When you're playing, it really does have effect on the user control. Momentum is not in the PC version.
Wilson now on the return. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
Yes, I do plan on playing Ghost of Tsushima when it comes out, the new DLC.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
So the Bengals had a good run game in the first half. Let's see if they keep that up or they're going to go for passing.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Third quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. Here's Burrow. That is caught. It's Uzama. And he'll be taken
That
down,
unrealistic quarterback movement. Did you see that? That is awful. It's like, it's so obvious that it's an AI walking around and doing that. I mean, the stops, the starts, it was so weird to watch. No fluidity at all.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action.
The reason momentum is not included in the Series X version is because the Series X, or excuse me, the PC version, is because the PC version is running the current gen version, which is the regular Xbox One and PS4. It is not the next gen edition. I think they're doing that because most people play Madden on consoles, so they want people to buy the next gen version. It's more expensive, therefore that's why they're doing that. It's all about money.
At the 47. Burrow looking to pass. Hooking up here with Trent Taylor. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last two plays. He's been quiet all afternoon. He may have just come up with a play of the day right there, though.
Obviously, it's not the volume in which you get done. It's the quality, and that was a quality catch right there.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. From the gun to give to Mixon. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line.
Well, that's probably going to be the end of it because the quarters are so short that there's really nothing the Browns could do at this point to do it. But that's on me for just making the quarters so short.
Here's a give to Mixon.
I mean, let's be honest, though. Mixon has been pretty much unstoppable. I mean, he is a good running back, but our defense is so much better than it was last year, and I just don't see that happening this year.
Let the clock wind down.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
A handoff to Mixon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
To be honest, they probably should have let him score so we would have a chance to counter the score. Now we don't have a chance at all.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts.
Why on earth
with a little over 30 ticks to go
would you do a timeout? Why on earth? They should have ran down the clock and then went for the field goal. What on earth would make them do the timeout with 31 seconds left and risk a fumble?
A chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. Mixon trying to punch it in, and that's a touchdown.
See, now you've, as the Bengals, now you've given the Browns a chance. You've given them 29 seconds to do something. That makes no sense.
The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that
We haven't had a good football game since NFL 2K5.
Than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
McPherson now for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Now we got 29 seconds to do something, which is great for us.
9 plays all told.
But it makes no sense that the real Bengals would have ever done that. They would have taken the for sure better chance success at winning than doing the timeout thing. But maybe you disagree. Let me know if you think they did the right call in the comments.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
After the big field goal, that was not a field goal, it was a touchdown.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
It's like, hello, are the commentators even watching the game? I know, it's a video game.
Down 14-7, 25 seconds remaining. They need a touchdown to the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
They've got no timeouts either, so they're going to either have to call a bunch of outs or some long balls. I don't see them being able to make this, although it is possible with the people we have.
He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Probably time for 2 more shots, and ideally, they'd like to get to midfield or so they have a chance at a Hail Mary on the final play.
2nd and 10. Here's Baker.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This defense so
funny.
Strong all afternoon long. Well executed again there.
This is a group that really functions well off of each other. No matter what the assignment, the other person fills in the exact proper spot. They've made it very, very hard for them to find open places to throw the football.
Now Mayfield.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
I like how excited he gets, even though there's absolutely zero chance the commentator.
Well, going into the final
all right, so there you go. So there is a simulation game with only 2 minutes, of course, on Xbox Series X.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
You got to see the presentation and all that stuff. So now we're going to switch over to the PC edition and do it that way. All right. So now you're going to see the difference in the PC version. And let's take a look at that. We're going to set it to full. Yeah. All right. Now you should be full edition of the PC version. All right. So we're going to do a custom game. How are you even supposed to know what? There you go. Jeez, that was weird. All right. Same exact thing. 2-minute quarters, changing absolutely nothing. Simulation, 2-minute quarters. Let's make this a night game. Okay. Well, tell me that's off at least. Okay, good. All right, there we go. So now you guys can see the difference between the two, and then let me know which one you think looks the best.
Tonight, from First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Yes, this will be available. Let's see here. If you have EA, the premium version on PC, you can play this game right now. You get it, the full game. If you have EA Play on Xbox or PlayStation, you can play the trial now. 3 days before the game comes out, then you'll be able to play the game early.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio. The folks here in Cleveland, even though all the down years, have never stopped supporting their hometown guys, and we got evidence of that a moment ago as the Browns made their entrance. They are ready to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals.
Now, this is the current version. It is the PC version, but it is not the next-gen version. So you'll see that the intro was completely different. It actually showed them playing the game before you even play the game, which makes no sense. But they kept that in from last year, which is a stupid decision. I can already tell that the graphics are not as good. The character models do not look as good. The coloring doesn't look as good. But you're going to notice that the gameplay is going to be much, much faster than the next-gen edition.
And off we go from Cleveland. JoJo Natson now on the return. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now, penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about.
And the game has failed. Okay, so let's bring that back up. Oh, PC. You really would never have that like happen to you on on console, but on PC, for whatever reason, that said the NVIDIA's driver failed.
It's in the game.
Yeah, the trial is the full game. Uh-oh, come on. There we go. Sorry about that. I gotta watch out for that because copyright. It automatically plays music before it loads your settings. So you'll get copyrighted on the music if you're starting up the menu system. But once you're into the game, then you're good to go. So, all right, let's jump back into this. We got at least it goes right back into the game in progress, which is pretty cool.
Welcome you back to First Energy Stadium here on the lakefront in Cleveland. You haven't missed a thing as we're just about set for the opening kickoff. McPherson has this one teed up, and off we go from Cleveland. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
You can see the frames in the top right corner. This is being played in 4K with everything set up to max. So let that be like kind of an instance of how the game runs on PC. Yes, Renee, if you have EA Play Pro, you can play this game right now. It's already available to you.
Play fake. Mayfield. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
All right, so I'm already noticing something here. Hold on.
So a costly penalty yardage-wise, as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
It won't even let me. It won't even let me go into the options menu.
Whether you're playing the man or the ball, and if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play.
Wow, it won't even let me go into the options menu.
It's less likely to draw the flag.
Mayfield on first down.
Are you telling me you can't even?
Swings this out for Hunt.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Well, look at that.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys.
Wow, you can't even pause the game. Are you kidding me?
Help establish some rhythm, right?
How you? So you have to just let the game play. You can't even pause it.
It really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just
I'm literally hitting every button here. There it goes. All right, so now it finally let me. Okay, so hold on. There's something I wanted to do. I'm noticing that for whatever reason, even though I got G-Sync on. Oh, you're kidding me. Guess what? You can't even choose options. Visual options. Nope. You can't choose visual options, so hold on a sec. Exit to menu. It'll start right up where it was, so it's not a big deal. I'm going to go and I'm going to turn VSync on because I see some screen tearing, even though it shouldn't because I've got G-Sync. But it is what it is. So you can only adjust video options in the main menu, I guess. All right, let's turn VSync on just to be safe. All right. Now we'll start it back up. Should already be a play. Oh, it didn't save it. Wow. Okay, so it did not save. So last time it saved the game, but this time it decided not to. So, and now it's also changed the teams here. Let's go. Where they at? There you go. Okay. All right, so I do apologize. Let's make this the Super Bowl so we can see some pretty cool simulation here. Super Bowl, 2 minutes. All right.
Tonight, it's the National Football League. It's Super Bowl Sunday.
Still makes no sense to have the teams play already.
Baker Mayfield and the Cleveland Browns taking on Joe Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cincinnati Bengals taking on a second AFC team in the Cleveland Browns.
Notice how the momentum meter is gone? And that didn't really feel like a Super Bowl presentation to me.
Talk, all the hype, but the past is prologue as this Super Bowl is underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Time to see the Bengals offense go to work, and leading them out, the #1 overall pick of the 2020 draft, Joe Burrow, now his second season out of LSU.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
The former second-round pick, this is Joe Mixon. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
First down, here's Burrow. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow, he gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be...
So what I've seen so far from the AI is that all you have to do is just throw it deep and you'll catch it every time almost. Like, there doesn't seem to be any defense on either side of the ball when it comes to throwing deep.
No score after one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow.
There's the rookie from LSU. It's Jamar Chase.
And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 22-yard line. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Throwing again, it's Burrow.
This goes out wide for Mixon.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Burrow. He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups.
So did you see Myles Garrett there? I feel like I got to show you this. Except it doesn't let me do an instant replay, does it? I feel like hopefully it'll let me do it once this play is over. If you would have taken a look at Myles Garrett, the real Myles Garrett would have sacked him in the backfield there. Look at this. Well, no, it doesn't show it.
Drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the
if we can do an instant replay, I'll show you.
For making it happen.
Evan McPherson for the extra
And of course, I can't pause it. Nope. When the gameplay is on the field, it will not let you pause. See, when the gameplay is over, then you can pause. But there is no instant replay. Not when you're doing simulation, I guess. But you saw Myles Garrett go around, and he was literally right in front of Burrows. Myles Garrett would have easily been able to make that sack, but because it's computer and AI, he was pretty much animated. His animation was locked into the guy he was going up against. It's still so sad that a video game from 2005 still beats this game in every single imaginable way possible. And I'm talking about NFL 2K5.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away.
But it's the only football game we have, so it's like...
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Browns set to go on offense for the first time, led by Baker Mayfield in his 4th season now from Oklahoma.
And he's been sensational all season long, but he saved his best work for the playoffs, leading his guys to the AFC Championship a couple of weeks ago. And now he knows what lies ahead. He's going to need to play a near-perfect 4 quarters of football to get his guys to the finish line.
Now, it looks like the cinemas are capped at 60, and the gameplay is only capped by my monitor, which is 120.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1.
But are you guys seeing the differences between the PC and the Series X versions?
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Now Mayfield. Looking for the out route. It's completed to Landry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Mayfield on target to Landry for a Browns first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
It's caught. Beckham. Now the Browns signal for the second of their
Do you see what I mean? It seems like it doesn't matter which team can stop the passing game at all.
And again, it's Mayfield. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll be pulled down as a penalty flag will rein in as well. And that would appear to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Mayfield looks to throw. He's going to dump this off to his running back.
Why didn't Hunt go outside? All Hunt had to do was go out of bounds. That is something that the AI should be able to understand when it's 17 seconds left in the game. Why do they call?
They got the defense on their heels a little bit.
At this point, they should not have called the timeout. They should have waited until it got down to about 3 seconds and then call the timeout, because now you're giving the other team a chance at something. But I don't think they're going for the field goal here. At least Baker's out on the field. No, they're going for the field goal, so it's very weird.
The kick by Parkey is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
And now they gave Cincinnati 16 seconds to do something.
So they do get the 3 points before they hit halftime, something to build on.
That is not what real football is going to do. Come on, guys. I mean, this is ridiculous.
As you said, they got something to build on as they get ready for the second half.
First of all, Kareem Hunt would have went out of bounds. They would have saved a timeout. They would have had another 2 or 3 plays in them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Brandon Wilson to return it. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
I'm telling you, the only way the EA is going to get better is if they have competition.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We saw a terrific first half for the second-year quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
What a freaking halftime show, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I'm blown away. I mean, come on.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome
My God, that was the shortest halftime show you could ever want. Why can't they just get that right, man? I want presentation in my games, man. I want it to feel like an NFL broadcast. This is ridiculous. Notice that the presentation in the Series X edition, the halftime show was actually longer. Here, they didn't have nothing. He said one thing, and then it was back into the game.
These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well.
So the hold on special teams backs him up all the way inside the 15 to start. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. And out of bounds.
Okay, the real Chubb would have broke in on the inside because he had a complete opening.
On the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper.
You see, when you're the only football game on the market, you have to be critical of that football game. You can't be like, well, since this is the only game we have, I guess it's better than nothing. No, you have to be critical or else it'll never get better.
When all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback, a hot route, so to speak.
You have to take everything that it does wrong and you have to point it out and let it be known, or else they'll never fix these issues.
Mayfield off the play fake. It's caught by Hooper. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start.
I'm very upset because I feel like every single year the game gets worse, and it's the only thing we have, and it's so saddening. But yet not enough people are out there talking about it, you know? If you're a part of EA Game Changers, you say nothing negative about the game. The only thing you say is positive. That's it. It's like, because they know that's their bread and butter. That's the only money that they make, so they're never going to say anything negative. See, I'm never going to be that type of person. I'm always going to tell you how I feel about a game. I don't care if I get the copy for free or not. If the game sucks, I'm going to let you know.
No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
It's just sad because I'm going to play it because it's the only football game I have. But I can definitely assure you I did not pay for this game.
2nd down and 7.
Well, I've got EA, whatever you call it, Play or whatever that thing is. So, of course, I didn't pay for it, but I kind of did. But I get all kinds of EA games.
Wide open, it's Landry. And he is before he's inside the 30. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the third quarter.
They didn't do bad in the first and either. They only had the ball once, and then they still scored. So what's your point? It's called money. That's why they release one every single year.
1 quarter remains.
Essentially, these are just roster updates that are literally $70. Next Gen Edition is $70. They've been promoting the MVP and the Deluxe Edition, which are $90 and $100. Are you kidding me? And the only way to get the Next Gen stats, which is the better presentation, is to pay for the Next Gen version. It's ridiculous. EA is just,
They had to settle
they're
for
awful.
3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Mayfield completes it to Higgins. And he gets it all the way down inside.
At this point, look at the time. 1:50 left. At this point, their goal should be to wind the clock down. Wind it down a little bit. Don't keep it going fast. They should be keeping it in the run game. That's a touch. Oh, all he had to do was run in for the touchdown. Now look what he does. He gives them more time because he's passing. They would have ran that ball in real life. He would have ran that in for a touchdown. Come on, this is Baker Mayfield. He would have ran that shit in.
The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
Now they're going to run it. Okay.
Handoff comes to Chubb.
He just throws him out of the way. You see, this is a horrible decision because there's still almost a minute and 30 seconds left that you have given the Bengals, which in normal they wouldn't be able to do shit, but here in this game, anyone that passes the ball is a god. So
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead.
I mean, let's be honest, a minute and 30 is plenty of time for the Bengals to do something, especially with the way that the game is playing. Bengals have been easily able to get down the field like no trouble at all. It's like there's no defense on either side, really. It's like because you put the quarters at 2 minutes, the game is like, well, we'll just make it look like there's no defense, so it's a higher scoring game for 2-minute quarters, you know? I'm going to be honest, I love Game Pass. Game Pass is awesome, but, you know, PlayStation Now is great too. It's just you have to have a good internet connection because you're streaming most of the games. So that's the only negative thing, but Game Pass is literally the best deal.
Score, it's Parkey on to kick it away.
Brandon Wilson now from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So Burrow and the Bengals down 10-7, a minute 24 to go. They need at least a field goal to send
I predict the Bengals will win.
as they come up on 1st down.
Yes, of course, I set the quarters to 2 minutes. You can set them all the way up to 15. But I set them to 2 so that the game goes by pretty quick. Wow, look at the double animations on the defensive linebackers there. That was weird.
The screen here to Mixon. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively,
okay, first off,
been really good.
The Bengals would have called a timeout by now. Look at it. It's down to a minute. They still haven't called a timeout. Still haven't called a timeout. They're doing a no huddle instead of using one of their 3 timeouts with less than a minute left to go. It's like this AI is the dumbest AI I've ever seen. Look at that. Look at that guy. You're telling me that Clowney would have just stayed there and wouldn't have been able to get... You see what I mean? This is like the worst gameplay that I've ever seen in a Madden game. That made no sense. It's like it's because his animation is stuck to whatever guy he's on. It's like, okay, this is the animation that's going to play. You cannot leave that animation. There's no physics in this game.
With a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
And it just upsets me because it's the only game we have. I'm just, ugh.
To throw, Burrow.
Yep, they're going to get a touchdown. You can already see it.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as he'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
They're already within field goal range.
Five yards remain on second down. Burrow. To Mixon on the check down. Not able to get a single yard there, and it'll bring up third down. Not good. They didn't move the football an inch. And
okay, they're going to call a timeout, but they should wait. Not with 10 seconds. You should wait until there's about 7 seconds. Why do it with 10 seconds? That gives 11 to 10 seconds a one play to come back the other way. It doesn't make sense. You do the timeout at 3, then there's no chance of another play to happen.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3.
Now see, that's good. That's good AI right there. Make the kicker, you know, cold, because he's been warming up, getting ready for the kick. Now he's going to be cold a little bit. So that's a good call there. And you got 2 more times that you could do it. So I would literally do it again and then do it again. That's a miss. Wow. Browns win, baby.
It's short and no good.
Not even close. Obviously, this should be a kneel situation.
Pressure kick, and I thought he was going to hit it. I thought we were destined for overtime, but not the case.
Not at all, and they were already planning for
He missed that kick, so that conversation right there could happen. That's what scripting is all about.
Instead of that celebration and that little bit of euphoria, it turned into letdown city.
Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs.
This looks so exciting.
Victors getting to hoist that Lombardi trophy. You know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
Okay, we get a few highlights, but there's no context around those highlights. There's no one talking about it. There's no stats on the screen to say, hey, what happened? This feels just like a regular game. How is this the Super Bowl presentation? Obviously, there's no music because we turned music off for a reason. But there's literally, it just does not feel like a Super Bowl. One tackle, one sack, and he's the player of the game.
Season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gunn. Thanks for watching.
I mean, are you kidding me?
We will
That's
see
the
you
Super
next
Bowl
season
presentation
right
on
EA
current gen,
Sports.
on PC. I just don't know what to say. Look at them. Look at the quarterbacks. 90% completions. Come on. There are just so many things that just not make any sense there. All right, maybe we can view some of the highlights here. I think we can. We can only view a certain amount of plays. Where was the Joe Burrow one that he went by and he did like a run or something like that? Joe Burrow pass, 5-yard rush. That's the fourth quarter. I think it was in the, was it in the first? Sacked, pass, kick return. Nope. Okay, so it was probably in the second. Baker, Joe Burrow. It was a run. I don't see it. I thought it was a run. Let me see this one. All right, so it wasn't that. I do like how quick it wasn't that, how quick all this is. I think this is it. This is it. Yep. Okay, so I want you to take a look at this play here. This is what I was talking about. So we're going to focus on Myles Garrett. Look at him. Look at the momentum right now. Myles Garrett is literally heading right now towards Joe, right? Now, look at him. He is literally heading right to Joe. Now, because he's stuck in this animation, how would Myles Garrett not be able to put some pressure on Joe right now? Now watch what he does. He just keeps going this way like Joe is nothing. Literally, they cross each other right here. When the only thing that the offensive lineman is doing is he's literally helping Myles Garrett by pushing him out towards Joe. I mean, literally, he is literally pushing him out right now towards Joe. It's like the AI doesn't even know that Joe has left the pocket. It's like the AI still assumes Joe's in the pocket. Now watch at him. Okay, so now he's like, okay, so AI is saying, all right, Joe is no longer inside the pocket. So I need to move to where Joe is. So he tries to turn, but instead he gets stuck in an animation where he's guarding against him. Look, the quarterback with the ball is over here, but yet Myles Garrett, one of the best defensive ends in the entire NFL, is sitting here being held by this guy. Makes absolutely zero sense. He doesn't even notice. I mean, come on. That's god-awful. If you think that is a good football game, then there's no hope for you. That's just my honest opinion. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. It's redonkulous. I mean, come on. Okay, I'm going to play it. I'm probably going to do my own franchise with the Browns because that's what I do. I'm just so very, very upset with what I have seen so far. I honestly think this game is worse than 21. I think it looks better than 21, but that's about it. Now, if you've watched my Twitch stream where we did Face of the Franchise, you noticed so many glitches and how awful Face of the Franchise was. So make sure you go out and check my Twitch stream that I did last weekend or earlier this week, or what was on like Friday, I think, or something like that, where we did Face of the Franchise, and it was god awful. I mean, it was even worse than last year's. But I don't know, man. It's like when I think a game is not good, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. I always try to find the goodness in every game I play because there are hours upon hours of blood, sweat, and tears that these developers put into the game, right? So I do hope that the game will end up being good because of the time and effort that people put into making these games. It's not easy to do. It's a lot of hard nights. It's a lot of long days. And I want the game to succeed. I want every game to succeed. But when you have a company that really just wants to push something out because it's football season, we have a monopoly on the football franchise. So, and it's so clear. It's like, I'm sorry, if I see any reviewer out there that says this is a good game, I know they're either one, they're bought, two, their only fan base is the Madden series. My fan base is not the Madden series, right? My fan base is not Madden at all. That's not what my channel does, but I'm a variety guy and I like to play different games. Those are the guys that I want to see reviews on, the ones that aren't specifically only Madden channels. Because I'm telling you, what you're going to see is from all the people out there playing Madden that are specifically Madden channels, is they're going to try to find any good thing and say that instead of putting out the countless flaws. I'm not going to do that. If I find something good, I'll put it out. Presentation-wise, on the next-gen version is really good. I mean, this game looks absolutely amazing. It's 2021. The game should look amazing, but they still did a great job with presentation. The game looks great. Gameplay is still not there. It's just not there. And without any competition, I don't think it's ever going to be there. There's no one... Listen, I'm telling you guys, the tops at EA... they don't care what a review says. It's not about what reviews say. It's about how much money does it make. And because they have this little thing called Ultimate Team, it will always come out and make so much money. So to them, they don't care about anything else but what Ultimate Team can bring in. And if it's still $1 billion industry that's coming in when they make these games, they're probably spending so little on the Madden franchise at this point. When you have a release every single year and it's the same engine and it's the same thing, all you have to do is change a few X's and O's around. You're not spending a lot of money. But if you're gaining a lot of money because of the Ultimate Team, you know, maybe you're putting that money into other franchises that you're trying out, which is a good thing, of course. I don't mind that Madden makes a lot of money, but if you're going to make a lot of money, I want you to back up all that money with actually decent, good gameplay. It's just, yes, I would call the Next Gen Edition console version horrible as well. If you watched my stream, and I recommend you guys go check out my stream on Twitch of Face of the Franchise, it was horrible. There was a glitch after glitch after glitch. People had long feet. The players were stretched. The jerseys were all black. You couldn't see any faces. There were so many glitches. Obviously, those things can be ironed out. But when you're releasing a game, those things should not be in the game. I mean, that type of stuff needs to be squashed. Those types of bugs need to be squashed at the beginning. I understand when a game comes out, there's going to be bugs. It's just how games are today. Games are not released. Games are not final because of a release date. They're final months after the release, and they actually get whatever bugs fixed or whatever, but that shouldn't be the case. Those bugs should be squashed early. I mean, whatever happened to games and having quality content the moment you purchase something? It's not about that anymore. It's about fixing something months later, because what they try to do is they see, okay, people are complaining about this, they're complaining about this, but but not many people are complaining about this glitch, so we don't need to fix this one, but we can fix these other ones, and we'll be good. So again, I'm always going to give you my honest opinion. I don't care what game it is. I'm going to play this game, but it's because it's the only game, I mean, I want to see my Brownies have a good season. I want to play football. I'm into football again. It's football season. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go. I want my Brownies to go to the Super Bowl. And I'm hyped up, and I want to follow it along, and I want to play Madden because it can be so fun. I just wish we had another, I wish there was more competition so that this game could get better. And in turn, they feed off of each other, and finally the upper people in EA would see that, okay, we need to start paying attention to the gameplay instead of just the monetization transactions, All this has been said many, many years, and it doesn't change. So what is me saying this now going to make a difference? It's not. But it's up to you. It's up to all of you out there that are sitting there wondering if you're going to get the game or not. I mean, if it comes on Game Pass, perfect. If you have EA Play, play it. Have fun. But I 100% honestly cannot, unless you 100% absolutely have to play the newest version of the game, don't get it. That's the only way EA is ever going to learn. Don't get it. So there's my stream of this game, but you are going to see more videos and whatnot of my franchise mode with the Browns. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. It was a chill, relaxed stream. I just wanted to try something different, doing some comparisons on PC and Xbox. But thank you again for tuning in. I'll have the schedule up on the community tab for next week coming today. So make sure you check that out. Other than that, love you all. Take care of yourselves and have a great Sunday. Peace out. Bitches.